Welcome back, friends, to our Joy of Gaming. I'm Clayton.
And I'm Miles.
All right, on this show, we're all about teaching my son, who's 12 years old, about retro gaming, also experiencing brand new games. But this is our first ever retro challenge video where I'm going to take you back to the 1980s, showing you a classic game from my childhood. You've never played this game, and we're going to experience it together for the first time. I'm going to play it along with you, and you're going to play it with me. Are you excited?
I mean, yeah.
So do you have any, all right, pull this one. All right. So had a full day out in the sun. Miles had a full day out in the sun playing football today, soccer. And I took a long hike, so exhausted from the sun. Now it's time to get down to business and play a classic game.
Homework.
You got some homework. You got some homework to do. So I've kind of teased some of the games that we wanted to do here on the show over the course of the time, but I thought, given where we are right now in the cycle of the season, I thought this game would make sense to start off and kick off with on the very first retro game episode here. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea what game I'm going to challenge you with from my childhood? The game that changed everything. Really is like the classic RPG, because you're leveling up. So you're technically leveling up. I know people get into debates about whether or not it's an RPG or not, but you are leveling up. You're getting stronger as you go. I'll give you a hint, okay? It's about a boy. It's about a boy who goes off into the hillside near his home on an adventure.
Wait a minute.
You have any idea?
Yeah.
What is it?
Pokemon.
No, it's not Pokemon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. Here is the game. Here's the very first challenge game on this video, on this channel. Very excited. I'm getting a little bit of a goosebumps because I get to go and play and experience this game.
I know what it is. I see it. It's Nintendo.
He sees the cartridge, but you don't see what it actually is here. Okay, here it is. This is your first challenge video. I'm really excited about this. Here it is. It is... Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Whoa.
You excited?
Yeah.
All right, so what I thought, so this is the very first time you're going to play this game. You've never played this game before, and I'm really excited. We've got it on the gaming over there. It's playing in the background, so that was a little teaser there. That's some gameplay. But this is Link. So let's go to the you know what I thought we should do first? I got a little special thing to kick this off, this first episode. I thought, why don't we kick this off special? Here you go. So here's what we're going to do. This is your official uniform for the game. All right. So this is, they sent me a large one, too large for me. It was like a 2XL and I asked for a large, but they sent this one for you. So here is your Legend of Zelda. There you go. So ready and all right. Here we go. What do you think? Nice uniform.
Awesome.
Nice uniform.
The magic of editing.
Magic of editing. Okay, so you got your official uniform, and I just want to give a little. I've got here the Nintendo. I've got here the Nintendo Encyclopedia of every game released for the NES, and I just want to kind of give a little history here because I had the chance to do an interview with Shigeru Miyamoto a number of years ago where I got to play Super Mario Brothers with him. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And so this. He tells this story in an interview about Zelda, and he describes it as an everyday boy gets drawn into a series of incredible events and grows to become a hero. He used to play in the hills in Japan. Like he'd run out from behind his house and sort of play in the hills, and that's where this idea, this genesis for this game came from. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah. Like
playing in the hills behind your house, and you like come up with this idea of a boy on an adventure. And of course, it's going on for
turns into this thing, and
for more than 30 years. Yeah.
Like I don't know, but like a lot of the world's population even is excited for even a couple of days now. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, are you excited?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to do this now ahead of Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, okay.
So now you'll have a frame of reference for that. So he says, the first game tells the story of Link, a young lad who's been tasked with stopping the evil Ganon from taking over the land of Hyrule. Ganon has captured the Triforce of Power, one of two Triforces in the game at least. So to ensure that he doesn't also take the Triforce of Wisdom, Princess Zelda breaks it into 8 pieces and scatters the pieces across Hyrule. Initially armed with absolutely nothing, Link starts off in a field with a large cave in front of him. Much like how the first stage in Super Mario Bros. Begins. It's designed to force the player into learning the game mechanics without a tutorial. And that's one of the things with Legend of Zelda is that there was no tutorial. It's like you start out this game, you're going to see, you start out this game, and we're going to play it here in a few minutes. We're going to capture your experience playing this for the very first time on camera. So we're not going to just...
I mean, I think the cartridge is a bit big.
No, it's not going to fit in there. So we'll play it on the NES in the other room. I'm excited. Are you excited to dive into this?
Yes.
Now, I will say, I've got a few other things here before we get into it. I'm going to bestow upon you a very special... I bought this for you as well on this quest, a strategy guide. I wish I had this as a kid to kind of start off on this journey, but I love strategy guides, and I had the original Ultimate Nintendo Guide Player's Guide, so I used to sit and study the maps.
Wow. And
my friends and I would draw it out on graph paper to try to figure out the different dungeons and all of those things. So here you go. Take this. Don't go alone. What are you most excited about in playing this game?
Well, I want to see it like where all the things like that I'm used to seeing in Breath of the Wild, like where all it comes from, you know, like the origins, like all of the things. Like I heard about Ganon in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's Ganon in every one, but like I'm excited to see like what is similar, you know, like where did it come from?
And some of the different creatures that you battle.
Yeah.
The different leveling up.
Yeah.
Right, getting potions and things like that.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
So I have one more thing, one more little gift here to kind of kick off your journey. And this is because we're going to play it on the NES, and then I want you to be able to take it portably here as well, which is so cool. We're in, the year 2023, where you can actually take Zelda now with the Nintendo Online experience and be able to play it on your Switch. So you're not just confined to playing it on the NES. Growing up, I had to sit down at the console and play it. So I got also for you, this is a must-have, a D-pad for the Switch. You have to play Zelda with a D-pad, okay? Like originally intended, like the original NES controller. So a special Zelda, here you go, a special Zelda Switch controller just for playing Legend of Zelda.
That's so cool.
So, all right, are you excited? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I can't wait to see your experience with this. I'm excited to play it again as well. I haven't played it since I was a kid. So here we go. We're gonna go put the cartridge in and press start. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Do I have a sword? No, I don't have a sword.
That's the thing. It's like, what do I have? What do I have? It looks like you have a shield, right?
Yeah.
There's a cave.
I'll go back.
I don't want to tell you what to do.
What? What? Look.
I know, it's a famous saying. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. So get...
And this one shows a book, this one shows a sword. The sword!
So now you've got a sword. Now, you can only fire the sword when you have full hearts. So go out.
Oh, okay.
And once you lose a container of a heart, you can't fire it anymore until you get refilled.
Ah. Correct way to go. Oh, hi. Oh, I'm scared.
You beat Breath of the Wild and you're scared of like dancing spiders?
Yeah. I'll go this way first. Oh, this one's... Oh. Is that...
Yeah. I almost forgot about these guys. From Breath of the Wild, they pop up out of the water and they...
Yeah. I got him.
You killed your first enemy. Don't get hit from behind.
It's almost like Big Doug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get a lot of mean comments about that. Zelda's not like TikTok.
Oh, see, now you can't shoot your...
Run away.
But you can block those with your shield. So it's like whatever you shoot at you. Yeah.
Wait, would it block like that?
Yeah, but straight on. Like, watch. If he comes this way at you, it can... Right, like that.
Oh, okay.
But only if you have your shield up.
But can I hit him like this?
You can go and hit him, yeah.
Oh.
But just you can't fire an arrow now, or you can't fire a sword now.
What? Aw, dang it, dancing spiders.
You want to try to kill these guys to get hearts.
They get hearts? I get hearts?
Yeah, they're there.
Ah. Come at me. Game over. Continue?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, I have a sword, okay. Ah! Daddy!
Stop running into guys.
Wait, did I block that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's another guy.
All right. How is it? Your first hour?
Oh.
We've been playing for about an hour now.
I mean, I love the music and I love all the enemies that I see. I mean, I don't love the enemies.
You get super frustrated. The Octo Rocks. What has been?
You'll see. I'll be maybe in another video or in this video. You'll see my reaction of me being frustrated.
Oh, we have the video in this. So yeah. What was your biggest frustration so far?
It was those guys with the arrows.
You're like they're hitting me from the top. I'm like, no, you just gotta turn and face them so your shield will block the arrows. I'm like, you literally can crush Lionels in Breath of the Wild, but you're having trouble with these little guys that are with a little arrow.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
No, it's not.
Welcome to my childhood of having to and for 4 hours going over the same level of oh god. What do you think of using the original controller?
I think it makes it better.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I mean, there's some parts where there's a tiny narrow cave or something, the pathway
Yeah.
that I have to go, and I'll go here and go, but I just
You hit the wall?
I'll hit the wall, so I have to go a bit more, but then I'll accidentally go here, and then I finally go there.
Yeah. So you like some of the enemies so far? What are some of your favorite enemies? Do you remember them from Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. There's a Lizalfo, there's
the Octo Rocks.
Octoroks, but there's a jumpy spider that
I don't remember. Do you remember the jumpy? I don't know if there was a jumpy spider in Breath of the Wild. I don't know. So overall, first impressions playing Legend of Zelda for the very first time on the Nintendo. On the Nintendo. The original. It's so cool. It's so cool to see your reaction, to go through for the very first time. You're exhausted now. I love it. I love it. Welcome to my childhood suffering. You've got more work to do. You're going to beat this game. You're not getting away that easy. You're going to beat this game. But good. Hey, you got your fourth heart container. You got your first heart container. Way to go. So there we go. So, well, guys, this is our very first retro game challenge. Miles, I've thrown down the gauntlet for you to beat Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda from 1986, 87, to be able to play this game for the very first time. So are you up for the challenge? Are you up to the challenge? Do you think you're going to be able to finish this game? Yeah? We'll see if he can survive. So maybe you guys would like to play along at home as well. Of course, you can play a lot of these classic games on the Switch if you are an online subscriber to the Nintendo Online service. Of course, you can just go right through and you can play all the NES games, a lot of the classic NES games. If you have a Nintendo Mini, one of the NES classics, or if you have the original system like we do as well, like you can play the original actual NES system. You know, you can play the original game that way. So lots of different ways that you can play this game, guys. I hope you will join us on our journey for our joy of gaming, where I make my son suffer for 1980s retro games, and he has to deal with all the pain and suffering in that regard.
That's link abuse.
Link abuse. We'll see you next time, everyone.